Italy. You've got an Italian mother, right, and a Mexican father. So
Yeah,
soccer must run in your veins,
it does.
obviously. Must be super passionate about it. Did you have a favorite team growing up?
I did. I grew up in Italy, and until the age of 5, and my mom was a big Juventus fan. So I always had, Juventus stuff on my walls and and posters. But then when we moved to the United States, back in the mid 70s, 76, 77, you really couldn't, we had 3 channels, we only had 3 channels. And PBS had this program called Soccer Made in Germany. And so
Yes.
I would see international soccer weekly, but I fell in love with this team, Real Madrid, because they had a Mexican striker named Hugo Sanchez, number 9. And I wore number 9 growing up, no matter what position I played. I said, I want number 9. And that was my favorite, secondary team was Real Madrid.
Oh, yeah, I can get on board with that. Don't you worry. I used to work for Real Madrid TV. Ugol, we like to call him.
Yes.
So let's get back to Campobasso then and talk a little bit about your involvement, because it's a lot more than just being involved from afar. You've been actually completely involved in this club. You've been dealing with the front office dealings as well. How's that been, and why is that important to you?
I've always had a business side of. I'm a creative. I'm an actor, and now I'm hosting a daily talk show, which I find creative as well. But I always had a business mind, and obviously a passion for football, calcio. But I never knew the intricacies of what it takes to run a club. And luckily, I have good partners that do that as well. I got to tell you, the transfer window, that was fun. Transfer window. We also 5 games into the season, we replaced the head coach and the sporting director. So we have literally rebuilt the team on the run as we were going, because obviously we didn't make some smart decisions to begin with. So we've had to literally rebuild the team and make them in the form that this coach that we currently have, Rosario Pergolizzi, who played with Maradona at Napoli. This is a guy that played with, and I love talking to him because he tells me stories about that. But he's been in Serie A. He was a Serie A player. He's coached some great teams. He took Palermo into promotion. And our sporting director, Sergio, that was so much fun to, see who was on the market, have to rebuild the team on the run, which is not ideal, by the way. And to see the fruits of their labor, helped with us making some good decisions with some good under 20s to be in the position we are now, 2 points ahead with 2 games left.
Oh gosh, we are like this, crossing our fingers.
I got to tell you, my wife would walk into a room, and if I'm speaking Italian, she knows to turn around and leave. If I'm on the phone or on a conference call or on a Zoom, it's like I'm talking football.
But she'll know well as well that all you Italians, always talking very loudly on those phones as well. That's what it's like in my house.
Gesticulating, yeah.
Yeah, you can't not hear what's going on. You just said that about the transfer window, because this is really interesting to me. Are you trying to convince some of these players yourselves if maybe they're looking somewhere else as well? And how is that?
What was great is that our reputation from the year before of having pulled off promotion with 10 days left, and knowing that, that we were a serious club, and having American owners, I think maybe gave people some pause in the beginning, especially they might have been a little more suspicious to see what we were up to. But, we've won over the hearts and minds of the region and of the city for sure. And I think players that are looking to make a change were also interested in what we were doing, and they understood that we were serious about getting this team promoted. And so it's been a little bit easier to get not to have to try to convince people of how serious we are to do the right thing, and we're looking to get promoted.
Yeah, because I think that we see that as well. Obviously, American managers over in Europe still have a bit of a stigma attached to them. It's difficult because they still have a bit of a hard time. But with American owners now, they're getting a lot more respect. What is it you think that they're bringing, or why do you think that they are getting embraced the way they are now?
Well, in Italy, it's a little bit less than you would see in the English league and other leagues. So we saw an opportunity there, and I don't know. We have a lot of Italian Americans in our ownership group. We live, sleep, eat, calcio. We've made ourselves very accessible to the front office our partners there in Italy, with the boots on the ground. One of us is either there all the time or we kind of rotate. So I just got back from Italy. I was there this past weekend, which it was a clinch opportunity for us. We had to win. Aquila had to lose. We tied. They won. So we lost points. So I'm going back this weekend, not to be in the way or be a distraction to the team, but just know that the front office is very close and supports them in every way.
So how can we all follow you and support Campobasso more? What can we all do?
CBTV on YouTube. You can check us out, Campobasso TV. We have a big match at Chieti this weekend. I will be there. If we win and Aquila ties or loses, good things there'll be some celebrations this weekend. But we can't control what Aquila is going to do. We're just control what we're going to do, and I know the boys are going to bounce back from tying at home. Usually we're unbeatable at home. Not that we lost, but a tie, is we need to win, and I know that they're going to be focused and ready for la guerra, which means war in Italian. And I can't wait. So yeah, CBTV on YouTube.
Okay, we will do that, and we'll say a big in bocca al lupo as well. And we just wanted to say congratulations for the show that you're doing with your wife, Live with Kelly and Mark, because we've just seen the ratings, 2.7 million viewers per episode. The ratings are up, and we see the chemistry between you two. Who would have thought, hey?
Well, listen, I'm so grateful that the audience has embraced me to be part of the show. It's such an iconic show. Obviously, Kelly, she makes everybody look good. So I'm very, very grateful that I'm working with someone as professional and, my partner in life. It was a big gamble. We talked about it, what could possibly go wrong? And it's gone so right. And I'm really grateful, again, like I said, how the audience at home has embraced me as part of the show.
Oh, well, it's great to watch, and we love seeing you two doing so well as well. And we wish the best for Campobasso. Thank you so much for being with us, Mark.
Thank you so much for having me on. It's so exciting. I'm such a big fan. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll speak to you soon.
Okay.